A shout out to our podcast sponsor, sportsponsorship.co.uk. If you or your business are interested in making a real difference to the Scottish game, supporting hundreds of kids into regular football, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk and they'll find the right fit for your brand.
Breaking our pish, that's a fucking fact.
Breaking our pish.
Ray McKinnon poisoning another team with his shite management.
It's not what you were saying last week, was it?
I was going to say, did you not back them to top that group?
I backed them to come second, I think.
Yeah, I think it was second, yeah.
Well, still...
I'll tell you what, Motherwell. Okay, now, what's going on there? Jesus Christ.
I know. They drew with... They're drawing currently as well, I think, at the moment.
I know, yeah, they're one apiece, but Christ.
Head. Fucking hell.
That's... I don't know. Is it telling for how they're going to be this season? But they just definitely don't look the same animal, do they? With these kind of dodgy results.
I know, I've never...
Yeah, quite a few more shocks than I thought. Is Lennon Miller playing?
Nah, he's not playing.
No. I see his dad was saying they're expecting a bid within the next week.
Don't want to get injured then.
Yeah, maybe that's what that's about.
Bloody hatchet men of the part-timers, eh? And Morton. I don't know if they're full-time or part-time, but they certainly are a bunch of hackers and big idiots, that's for sure.
Christ almighty. Yeah, there's quite a few shocks. I mean, see how this round turns out, but first round, lots of them.
Yeah, it could be a bit too early to tell, eh? You could probably lose the first game and win the next three and still finish at worst second and get through.
It's about the vibes though, mate, eh? You want to get people on board no matter what happens at the beginning of a new season. You don't want to start the league campaign with a bit of a negative atmosphere. Certainly some clubs have gone down that road, you would presume. I mean, Arbroath beating St Mirren is a shock, but I mean, St Mirren are on steady hands, so it's one of those things. Whereas,
yeah, you can afford one shock, can't you? Like that's the thing. But yeah, Dundee, I think they were expected to slip up, but I mean, Airdrie are they've got to be one of the relegation favourites again. Surely, they're going to be down bottom two, bottom three this season in the championship. So yeah, that's a really, really poor start for them. Really poor start. But St Mirren will bounce back, I'm sure.
Yeah,
they're too strong.
Yeah, Dundee will. That game against Airdrie was like all the spotlight was on it because everyone's been talking about Dundee being shite under Pressley not being good enough for the job. It's the one game he should have really got his players up for. No matter how new the players are or how little time he's had with them, you can surely motivate a squad of that quality. No matter how, like I say, how much they are fitting into his system at this point, you can surely motivate them to go and fucking beat Airdrie and lay down a marker and kind of shut people up and prove them wrong. And then you come out in the media afterwards and just make excuses. It's a joke.
Well, the thing is, just every interview he's done has been so underwhelming. But the interview he did before the game, like not instantly before it, but in the week running up, where effectively he was in like the weakest way possible, saying that he doesn't really care about the doubters and all that kind of thing. Do you know what? If you're under that type of pressure and you're not able to, with a manager with a good personality and an ability to get a team going, would bite back a little bit in that situation. You know, they would bite back and say, well, you know, judge me later on. You know, we're right up for this. You know, something along those lines. But every single interview he's done has been pedestrian, and that's been kind. And I think that you've got to imagine him trying to G up the players The players understand that he's under pressure. So, if another bad result comes, it is maybe quite telling to say he's not able to get these guys up for it. Don't get me wrong, Dundee's one of those teams that's gone through a fair transition over the summer, but so is pretty much every SPFL club. I mean, I think Motherwell actually, I said it on a previous episode, I think they had the most because they had like 15 or something like that going out. So they had a serious amount of replenishing to do. But Dundee were somewhere sort of in the middle. They weren't sort of standouts in terms of the amount of players they were losing. So yes, there's replenishment needed there, but they've also let go big assets that, to be fair, like they really could be doing with right now, like Silla, for example, that hasn't necessarily jumped off to a bigger club like, say, Lyle Cameron, or Josh Mulligan. Silla is the kind of player that I think he would have had to hang on to no matter what. But yeah, it just shows you when they're up against a team that are up for it and that are physical and that see a bit of an opportunity in Airdrie. Any team that's an underdog in that situation is just going to absolutely go for it, because it's a giant killing kind of on a plate, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll be in everyone's crosshairs, won't they? Everyone will be targeting Dundee as just to take the piss almost. And the one man that's winning out of all this is surely Tony Duck. He's sat at home watching this happen and be like just eating his McCoys on the sofa, just pissing himself. It's incredible. How you get rid of him and bring in Pressley?
I mean, you sacked Tony Dock because he never got them top six. Clearly, they've got ideas above their station. Why would you? Yeah. What Dundee are expected to stay in the league? That surely should be the aim for them every season. So the fact that they got in the top six in the first season back was because they outperformed. They overachieved. So to sack Doherty after, were they really in danger of getting relegated? I don't know. I don't think they were ever. No one ever thought that they were going to really. There's always County, St Johnstone were the bottom two. I don't think Dundee really.
Yeah, they're definitely down there and were somewhat fighting. But the best person so they always knew it was going to be a transitional summer, with the players they knew what they were going to lose. Yeah, a couple of big names, and the best person to guide you through that transition is surely the man that's done it before, because they had a fairly transitional summer when they lost McCowan. Surely he's the man. He's the man to do that. It makes no sense.
I think actually when they had the McCowan loss, they were then one of the teams going into the summer that had the most replenishment to do in the league, if I'm not mistaken. So casting back, a summer ago, that was where they were. But I mean, look, I have absolutely no issue with a club being ambitious, and they're saying we can do better than Doherty. We should be pushing for top six. We're not going to settle for bottom six. In my opinion, I think that's unrealistic. But over the years, we've had the St Mirren chairman coming out and saying such things, everybody laughing at him, and then you look at how St Mirren are now performing. Now things are starting to click. However, are you mental, like to put Pressley in that position to try and make an improvement? Like, how the hell? Like, how does that work? At all? It's arguably pulling out like a Mark McGee or something like that would have been a better option. Which is saying something. It's just crazy. Like, it makes no sense at all. His CV's not good enough. He's been out of management for a while. He's clearly not got a lot of drive and hunger, when he's communicating. So, I mean, how the hell he got through an interview, I don't know. But I've got to speculate and say that maybe he didn't get an interview. Everyone's saying it's sort of Strachan's club, if you like. Maybe that's how it's happened. But surely in this day and age, when you've got so much riding on it, if Dundee go down and they're eyeing up a new stadium, huge investment, they're not able to retain players summer on summer, a bad season right now can be catastrophic. I think, if they go down, I don't think it's a given that they go back up, because, as I said, they have to prioritise putting money into facilities. They have to prioritise, money that's going out of the budget that would go into the first team. So, they're not like a St Johnstone. They're not like a Ross County who've jumped down and then, are then the favourites to jump back up. They're absolutely not in that position at all if they go down. So it just makes no sense. It's so reckless.
Are we getting to?
Are
we jumping to conclusions too soon after one game?
Maybe
it is a no. I know. The signs aren't good. I mean, that's for sure. Like when you're losing your first game and you're making these excuses, it's never a good sign. It's never a good sign. So we've got to give him a chance, but it's been a shaky, to say the least, start for him. Like he's really not helped himself the way he's spoken in his interviews and things he's said. So can he?
Well, how sure are you that he's gonna turn this around? How sure and how confident do you feel that he'll turn this around?
Well, zero. I think he'll be gone soon, but
exactly. There's hardly
anyone that
any
thinks
reason.
Otherwise, I don't know. All I've heard and everywhere is negative things. So I've not anyone really sort of say that it's been a good appointment or say that he can, perform better than they did last season. Which is that's not enough to keep him the job. So even if he does, how long are you going to give him? When the signs are there that.
It's grim. Honestly, it's
put
grim.
A little countdown timer thing across the bottom of our videos moving forward, called Countdown to Brexit, which is what we're going to call Stephen Pressley's exit.
Buy a lettuce or something like that, or
just like BBC News had a countdown for Brexit, we'll have one for Brexit. I think when
do you feel sorry for him at all? Do you feel sorry for him? Do you
no, not really.
Sympathy for the sort of memeable nature of his demeanour?
I would if he was a young manager. If he was inexperienced, he didn't know what he was getting himself into, absolutely. But he knows exactly what's going on here, So I struggle to have sympathy. To be fair, I know that might be harsh, but I mean, he knows Scottish football. He knows the expectations. He should know how Dundee performed last season and the season before. He should understand the consequences of a really poor season for Dundee and them getting relegated. So if there's anyone that should have context, it's him. If we're talking about someone like Askew, who's come into the Scottish League, to take on Motherwell, and to maybe not fully understand it, or take some time to get going, you can kind of maybe have a little bit more leeway. But with someone like Pressley, I mean, there's no excuse.
None whatsoever. And when you take a football management job as well, it's never acceptable to throw hatred towards a person or anything like that. But you put yourself in the spotlight. You've got fans that pay. We're obviously not fans that pay ticket prices at Dundee, but you've got people who have opinions about the game. We're allowed to share those opinions. I think it's a joke, and I'm I don't care about whether
what else is a joke. East Kilbride have just scored against Wraith. East Kilbride are 1-0 up against Wraith right now.
Jesus Christ!
GG
the old Starkers.
Peeps, man. The fans will be
a good start at the weekend.
Chucking their kebab pies and their season tickets in the pit.
Did not see that coming.
No, we absolutely.
To be fair, East Kilbride at the weekend, although they got beat in the end, they went 1-0 up against St Johnstone, and from what I watched in the sort of extended highlights, they were really trying their best to play good football out from the back. That's how a lot of the chances they lost came.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to play slick football even against a side that for the last 20 years or however long has been in the top flight. It's their first game against a team of that size in a competitive match for ages, and they held their own. I think maybe a bit naively they should have maybe switched up a wee bit, but
it's kind of
definitely a good football inside.
Valakari's style is very similar, so to go toe to toe, is very brave. Shows the confidence in the side. So yeah, impressive. Still time for the Rovers to turn it around here, but
our main man Dylan Easton went off at half time. I think must have had an injury, which is never a good sign. But yeah,
that's bad.
Just having a quick scroll through these these scores. There's
A lot of goals.
Mm-hmm.
Ayr are battering Annan, Airdrie battering Bonnyrigg. Queen of the South doing pretty well against Edinburgh City as well. 3-0 up.
Yeah,
after an
pretty
hour.
convincing. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
most importantly, Dundee United 1-0 up away at McDermott in a friendly. So
Is it?
Kelty Hearts 3-0 up against Brora away as well. Got to mention that. It's not easy on a Tuesday night all the way up there, so
not easy at all now.
no.
Good to sort
No.
of stabilise things after the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as it stands, they'd be top of the group, I think. So,
Nice.
So yeah, big games obviously coming up. Kilmarnock and Livingston will be particularly interesting. But yeah, Tam O'Ware's thoroughly impressed me. His attitude and his sort of philosophy to football is really impressive. He was a huge asset on the pitch, captain obviously last season. He's just had ankle surgery, so I think he'll be recovering for the next sort of 5-6 weeks. But the business they've done in the market is great. I see that they've just struck the co-op partnership with Aberdeen as well. So that's a huge I don't know, benefit, ticking the box, whatever it is for them, you know, to get good quality players from Aberdeen, you know, fully paid for by Aberdeen as well, you know, for a club of Kelty size is huge. So Connor Barron was one of them that went through the sort of Kelty Hearts pathway, but there's been quite a few over the years, so there's good quality youth players coming through there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they get on this season. Really interesting to see how they get on against Killie. I think Livingston might be a wee bit tricky, but yeah, an opportunity against Killie, I think.
Those giant killings, if you could call it that, are obviously there to be had, aren't they, in this tournament? So I think a good win against. I mean, they were expected to beat Brora, obviously, but just to get a good couple of goals under their belt, maybe a clean sheet, put a load of confidence in them going into those bigger games. So yeah, it's good to see.
Definitely, absolutely.
We've not even introduced this episode. I'm conscious that we're, you know,
just wired straight in.
10-15 minutes in, but yeah, I suppose that's what they call a cold open. But this is the Tinpot podcast with Tom, Matt and Andrew. It's episode 8 now, and we are reviewing the weekend's games, the first competitive games of the season in the Premier Sports Cup. So yeah, a few big results from the weekend that we've already discussed a few, but just to chuck in another couple. Falkirk obviously battering Brechin, wasn't it? 7-0.
Yeah, that's right.
Fab goal from Scotty Arfield. And yeah, we've discussed a few other results already, and the Hearts game, we can probably get onto that next. I don't know, did either of you guys see that, or have you seen highlights of it, the game at Tynecastle?
I saw some of the highlights. I've got to say that they look dangerous. You know, I think this is early signs for Hearts and how they're maybe going to set up. You know, getting Shankland back on board is a huge thing. Of course it is, but yeah, I think the competition between Hibs and Hearts this season is going to be really interesting. Hibs, if they keep on their trajectory from last season, and the signings they've made, I mean, they've always been splashing the cash as well. Hibs, you know, record signing on a striker there through the week. So yeah, be really interesting, the Edinburgh Derby this season. But yeah, I thought Hearts are impressive, really, really nice on the eye. How they'll play against tougher opposition, you know, throughout the season, who knows? But good signs, I think. What do you reckon?
I think McInnes looks like he's going to be going for sort of 4-4-2. Wingers getting the ball forward quickly down the line, getting crossed in between two up front. Shankland and Wilson, obviously, young Wilson will provide the speed. Shankland, the know-how, you know. So it's a good thing that Shankland stayed, not only for the goals that he can provide, but the teaching that he can give to Wilson, you know, and to keep progressing him as a young forward. It's exciting for Hearts and for Scotland. Dunfermline was a decent performance from them. I think the 4-1 kind of flattered Hearts. I thought Dunfermline were more than a match for Hearts throughout most of the game. Had some chances themselves in the second half. So again, I wonder how they're going to go. Obviously, Neil Lennon's their manager. They've got some American boy funding them. They've made some signings. I'm not really sure who from England. Again, if Lennon can get them scoring goals, which was the main problem last season, it should be hopefully positive. Not hopefully for me, but maybe for them. They'll do it better this season. And
Yeah.
bit of a challenge to the Rovers, make some exciting Fife derbies.
You're bored of it being too easy.
Or just being Kings of Fife, mate. Honestly, it's been a few years. No one's even come close to the crown. So
It's not the main Fife derby. We've got Celtic Hearts and East Fife this season, so in the cup and in the league. So
wow, hundreds of fans will be buzzing for that one, mate.
It's a low blow.
Just glory
Below
hunter.
the belt.
That's it. Yeah.
They should bring back the Fife Cup, man. They should make it an actual Fife Cup.
Yeah, you guys are too scared to get back involved in that, I reckon.
Is it still a thing? I know Rovers used to be in it a long time ago, and
you don't
St
want some of
Andrews
this.
YM and the Cody YM were in it and stuff like that.
Body
The
YM.
YM, yeah, you batter the YM.
Yeah, I don't know if it is still a thing. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that'd be good though. That'd be great.
It would be interesting.
Be up for that.
Get it sorted, Andrew.
Getting you destroying Wraith Rovers at New Central Park. Sign up for that. But yeah.
Yeah. I thought that, I was just going to say, the only takeaway from that Hearts game, I mean, Hearts were good, and I think what McInnes is going to do with Shankland is get him playing in his right position again. And I actually said at the weekend, before that game, where I was just talking about it, I said that I predicted Shankland would be Golden Boot for this year. I think he's going to have an incredible season under McInnes. He'll be played in a partnership, like you said, Matt, in a 4-4-2 under McInnes, who's really going to get him up for it. I think McInnes knows that type of player. He knows that type of character. He's worked with so many of them over the last decade or so at different clubs. I think it'll be a great fit. But yeah, I also agree that result massively flattered Hearts. They did pepper them with chances, but Dunfermline, for a good 50, 60 minutes of that game, after they settled their early nerves, were really, really good, really resolute at the back. They didn't create too much, but they were really, really solid. And I think once that penalty goes and it goes to 2-1, and kind of just went a wee bit. But yeah, I think they'll be really, really strong in the Championship this year under Lennon.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've got to take last season's form with a pinch of salt. Came in to kind of save the day. It was a bit tight at times, but yeah, obviously with Hamilton's demise, things kind of changed. But yeah, I think it'll be more Lennon's sort of identity this season. You'll see his style of football coming through. And if he gets that right, they seem to be getting a decent backing with their new owner, as Matthew said. They've got money, so if they do it right, they get the right recruitment in, they start to settle that squad and they start playing Lennon's way. I think they'll be really good actually this season. Whether they'll be pushing for those playoff spots, I don't know, because it's just such a competitive league this season. But I would say Ross County, Wraith, Partick might not be the same animal. St Johnstone, I think, might struggle a wee bit more than a lot of people are expecting. So yeah, Dunfermline could creep into that.
Yeah, I'd love to see them back in the top flight. They were one of the SPL teams for a long time with Stevie Crawford, as you'll remember, Matthew.
I saw Stevie Crawford the other day. He was driving around in his van, Stevie Crawford Soccer School.
Incredible.
I honestly got so excited. I was walking the dog. I was like, oh my god, I really wish I took a photo.
Did you get Matt on FaceTime?
I should have, honestly. I couldn't believe my eyes.
What a moment, mate. So in Dunfermline, he was just kicking about.
I think he must live in the estate opposite mine. So I'm gonna.
I run through that estate sometimes. I'll shout in the next one. Stevie,
go walk through. Find his van.
See if he pops out. You talking to me? No, not you, mate. Look for Stevie Crawford. Stevie, that's class,
The
man.
Stevie Crawford loving continues.
Nice.
What other games were exciting from the weekend? I think 2 teams drawing and then getting the win on penalties. There are both drawing with St Mirren, then eventually getting the bonus point, and Stranraer doing the same with County. And if you get the chance, I watched the extended highlights back on the Stranraer TV YouTube channel, whatever it is, and it's some of the best fan TV commentary you'll ever listen to. It's world class. I don't know what the relationship is. Maybe it's no relation whatsoever, but it's just a fella on the main comms, and then it's a kid who sounds like he's about 12 doing the sort of co-comms. It's brilliant, and really, really good to see, actually. Like, joking aside, that like a kid's getting involved in obviously volunteering to do that at a young age. So
yeah, definitely.
Kudos to Stranraer. But anything to read into on those two games? Start off with the Arbroath one.
Yeah, I mean, on you go, Matthew. Sorry.
I was going to say I don't know much about St Mirren, but I mean, I had touted Arbroath for 10th place in the championship. Perhaps I was a bit too negative on their front. I mean, they've signed Big Todorov from Hamilton.
How old's Todorov now?
He's only 28. He's only 28.
Is he?
Yeah, he's only 28. Albeit he only scored,
seriously.
yeah, he only scored 1 goal last season for Hamilton. But I mean, they love it up there, man. Like the long ball in the wind, you know, getting it forward in the gust of wind. That boy will win a few headers up there. And they've got a lot of experience in the team. You know, Ryan Flynn, Ryan Dow, Tam O'Brien, Aaron Muirhead at the back. So, I mean, it's interesting to see how it goes. I mean, it could be a
It's
battle.
keeping those experienced people fit, though.
Yeah, no,
you know, that's the
O'Brien's been
thing. You
injured a
know,
lot recently, yeah.
yeah, that's the only thing. So when you start to get a few injuries through the season, that's when it can get a wee bit difficult if you've got such a large core of experience in there. But I don't know. Arbroath can be good, but they deserved to go up, but they can be very inconsistent, you know. So it's good to see that they're strengthened a wee bit, but in my opinion, I'm not sure it's enough to keep them out of that sort of relegation zone, if you like. They might get away with it, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're going to be pressing any further ahead than that.
So Mirren, speaking of them, they're only just beaten Forfar just now. I thought they would have bounced back with quite a powerful display after that, but only 1-0 ahead. So, yeah, I was going to say you can't read too much into that first game. Getting a draw against a fairly decent Arbroath side isn't the end of the world, but if they don't back it up with a win tonight, if that one were to end a draw, then you could start to question things at St Mirren going into the
definitely.
first league games.
Definitely. I mean, as it stands, you know, they are still top of that group. I mean, Ayr United are absolutely thrashing it right now. I think they're 5-0 up. So yeah, Scott Brown's obviously got them right geared up to be competitive there. I believe is it the 3 best second places that go through? If I'm not mistaken. So
best 3.
I think Ayr United are realising that, you know, they could win this group. But if not, they're going to be the best second place team, you know, and yeah, really impressive start that they've had. But yeah, with St Mirren, look, we know what Robinson's capable of. You know, if they make an arse of it, you know, in this competition, I wouldn't be so concerned about how their season's going to pan out like Dundee, you know, effectively. But, you know, I think it would be, if I was a St Mirren fan, I'd be a bit pissed off if they weren't managing to get themselves through to the next round, whether that's, you know, winning that group, which they should, or being best second place. But yeah, Ayr United are going to give them a right good run for their money.
Yeah, getting that top, like, best 3 second place spots for them, I think, is probably going to come down to that game against Ayr, and the way that they're playing, unless St Mirren really turn it on today and in their next game before Ayr, yeah, I think they could be struggling.
sack that. Annan's just scored one against Ayr there, so the comeback's on. 5-1 now,
5-1.
So yes, scrap everything I just said about Airdrieonians. That's it.
Stranraer and County. County's kind of new look side. They've brought in a few new signings who I think had started at the weekend. Yeah, getting a draw away at Stair Park or whatever it's now fucking branded, that stadium. Matt, any thoughts on that one?
It'll be interesting to see how County do. Surely their favourites have signed championship winning experience, Doherty and Gallagher. Dundee United. They've still got Ronan Hale at the moment. Don't know how long that'll last with him at the club, but I don't know.
I'm surprised he's not gone.
I mean, the one side we're looking at Dundee getting beat by Airdrie and saying it's all doom and gloom, and then the other side we're saying, well, it could just be a wee blip for these other teams. You want to be setting up markers early doors, you know? You want to be going out and winning your games like against these teams. You should be winning, getting the confidence up. I mean, obviously Rovers getting beat tonight, but they went away to Elgin and won 5-1. Other teams in the championship with big results, so you can say, perhaps we're in transition, we're getting a new squad together, but I mean, you don't want to be starting the season with poor results like that. I mean, the League Cup can work both ways, you know. It can act as a marker, you know, set the ground running, set things going for a fast start to the league season, which they'll need. Or it can work the other way and continue, you know, the negative spiral that they're currently on at the moment after relegation. So it'll be interesting to see how they start the league campaign. And obviously Stranraer, it's a great result for them. Interesting to see how they get on after last season finishing 8th place, just surviving relegation playoffs. Yeah.
I mean,
always tough place to go, man. Bobbly pitch and all that, you know.
That's it. But we're keen to make excuses for all the big sides, but we're actually, you know, the weird sides that are causing the upsets. You know, they've got even an even longer list of excuses. You know, in terms of how difficult it is for recruitment. Probably the replenishment is bloody serious surgery. You know, so yeah, I mean, I agree with you. They just should be doing better. You know, they should be laying down a marker nice and early. These big teams, St Mirren, you know, County, Dundee, obviously. But I mean, let's not go there again. But yeah, you know, they should really be setting down a marker and being convincing. You know, I think at the moment, I mean, are County playing tonight?
No.
No. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they kind of bounce back from that. But losing on penalties, you know, Arbroath, St Mirren, you know, this is the time for then St Mirren to lay down a marker. If they're only scraping a win against Forfar, there's still time. But I mean, it's not very convincing, and they need to take it seriously.
Sorry,
brilliant!
Have given a more proper announcement, but Wraith have equalised at home to East Kilbride. So Matthew's blushes are spared.
And Kelty are 4-0 up away.
One of the other scores that surprising me is Queen's Park beating my tip for second in that group, Brecon 5-0. After Brecon got pumped 7-0 by Falkirk at the weekend. What nonsense was that I was spouting? I mean, I should have realised that Ray McKinnon is their manager. Like, so I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think that was Queen's your reason for them coming second, was it not?
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, I did mention it.
You're getting battered by Queen's Park 5-0, and that's just pathetic, eh? Like, come on. Jesus Christ.
I was going to bring it up earlier as well. Maybe a bit too early to rub your nose in it, but you two did say that Dundee will have enough to comfortably win that group.
And now we're absolutely slating them.
I did say that Airdrie would win the group, but...
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Anyway.
I didn't have expectations for Pressley, but I mean, this is taking the piss. You know, honestly, I do think he could be sacked within a month or two. You know, like rather than making it till Christmas. That's rotten, absolutely rotten. He could go through this group without a win.
Come on, Andrew, mate. Come on.
I'm
Give
not
the
ruling
man
it
some credit.
I'm not ruling it out. I mean,
they're going to win the rest of their games easy. Top the group, easy money. Thank you very much. Quarterfinals win. Last 16 win that. Quarterfinals win that. Semi-final knocked out. Well, it's a good run. It's a good run for them. I don't know.
Disaster at
We'll
McDermott. Mackenzie Kirk's equalised. It's
Good
1-1.
player. Good player. Irish, but or
Bartley.
Northern Irish. Is that Andy Kirk's son? Am I right? Is that just me just completely making that up?
Pass.
I don't know actually. Could be.
I mean,
Like I
he's
thought Bobby Wales
21,
was.
so-
I always thought Bobby Wales was Gary Wales' son, but obviously he's not. He's just Bobby Wales. You just assume that any like player with the same surname as like a former like good striker, you know, like nepotism and all that, they get them a gig when they're young. That's going to be their kid. But I don't know.
Any
Gary
good
Wales is-
Crawfords coming through the academy at the moment? In
Nah,
Dunfermline?
I'm not seeing any Crawfords, but I'll keep an eye out down Petruvi playing fields like very Crawford boys. I don't know if he has any children. Stevie, get in touch, mate. Let us know. But yeah, that's the big one tonight. Though Dundee United, preparing for their Conference League qualifier. When is that?
Week on Thursday is the first leg, I believe. At
Who's it you're playing?
FC Unastrassen.
That's right.
Has to be pronounced like that every time.
Come on, United.
Yeah, that's the game. I am away on holiday during the second leg, and have already been emailing several bars to try and find someone that's going to be playing the game. As one of those loser fans who just, will be sitting in a pub when it's like glorious weather outside watching a shitey Conference League game.
It's on BBC. I take it, or
Don't think it will be now. Be on one of those other streaming services
if
though.
you're looking for a bar that has a special box, is it?
A dodgy box, yeah. Probably why they don't like email back saying yes. They're like, if you come along, it might be on.
No, speaking of
Thanks,
code,
Jake.
they can't, give it away over.
Yeah, because if
the
they
email,
reply
yeah.
saying yes,
Yeah.
it's on, then you reply being like, "How are you showing it?" And they're like, "I fucking busted you, mate. I'm the
You're undercover.
popo. Undercover police is the night."
Yeah, all the crimes and horrors going on in the world, they're taking a big interest in folk with dodgy boxes. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Maybe don't
Apparently
make their
not.
10 subscriptions for football and cost them 20 quid a month or whatever for the poor punter. Like, honestly, it's a disgrace.
It's a joke.
Nonsense.
But that's
see
how
Brecon are
people.
making a comeback. That's 5-0 now.
5-0.
Yeah, fucking hell. Get a grip of yourselves, lads. What's going on? And Dylan Tate bagged a hat trick last week for Falkirk. That fucking boy centre midfield. What's
Did,
going
yeah.
on? Disgrace. John
You see,
McGlynn's Army.
Did you see the first Clyde goal at the weekend against
No.
Motherwell?
No,
It
talk us
was
through it.
incredible. So the Motherwell boy defender gives the ball away. It's a terrible touch / attempted pass, I think. And then the midfielder, I can't remember his name now, James something, picks the ball up maybe 35 yards out. It's not quite halfway line stuff, but then, lobs the keeper from like 35, 40 yards out.
Nice.
Brilliant,
Wow.
brilliant goal. Under that sort of pressure, first game at Hamilton for Clyde, obviously, as well. But yeah, really, really good. There was also 2 good goals in the East Kilbride game. The opening goal for East Kilbride was a lovely free kick out on the kind of edge of the box, the far side of the box, and then I think the equalising goal for St Johnstone was also a free kick. So 2 in 1 game.
Nice.
Lovely stuff. Scotty Arfield's
Jeez.
goal was good as well, to be fair.
Yeah, good finish.
Air
Really
United,
finished.
sorry, I've just gone 6-1 up.
6-1.
I saw Brian
Wow.
Graham never scored, Andrew. Must be vindication for you, mate, eh?
Did he not?
I never scored now in the 7-0 and he scored a bit.
Oh, I tell you, watching that score come in, and I said to my brother, he said, that's it, gone 7-0 now. I was like, unbelievable, 7-0 and a fucking clean sheet for Scott Bain. Get in. He goes, he's not in goal, mate.
Yeah, never played him.
Disaster. I was buzzing. Yeah, it was Puss's puss. Yeah, for the last season.
Hogarth, yeah.
Hogarth, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
come good.
he had a good season. Hogarth, I would think there's decent competition there then for the number 1 jersey.
Exactly.
Realistically, a couple of howlers from Bain, which is going to happen, and then Hogarth will be like, "Give us that bloody jersey back, you shit."
Who's not? Is Hogarth still number 1?
Surely you have to have him start
Like
the
on the
season
back
at
of the
least.
shirt?
Like,
If they've taken Bain in, I mean, 2-0 for St Mirren against Forfar. If they've taken Bain in, then Yeah. Surely he's expecting to be number one. Surely he's been named.
Nah,
Number
Hogarth's
one.
number one on the jersey, mate. Numero
Really?
uno for Miles Hogarth's son.
So has he come to sit
Nicky
on the
Hogarth.
bench then? Surely
Well, that's
not.
what he said. The main reason for moving was to play first team football. So
That's
I doubt.
right.
And John McGlynn's not the sort of guy that's going to go up to Scott Bain and say, "Oh, you'll get first team football," and then take it away from him and put him on the bench. So
Call me
At
a
the same
liar.
time,
maybe
if
maybe
you're
he's
not
maybe
very
Hogarth's
good,
going to be the
then-
cup keeper though. Some teams do that way.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. I would say Hogarth will have the jersey comfortably by the end of the season. So
Oh, I like Scott Bain. Scott, if you're listening, I'm on your side, mate. Come and join us on the pod. Give big middle finger to Andrew.
In a world where sponsorship is more accessible than ever, that world exists at sportsponsorship.co.uk. Whether you're interested in making a difference to your local community or further afield, or perhaps you're looking for access to tens of thousands of followers online to push your brand further than ever, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk. That's sportsponsorship.co.uk.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that time of the evening for the quiz. Dee. That's our jingle for the quiz. Dee.
That was really good.
Thanks,
Very
man. Been working on
professional.
that all week. The scores after last week are 18 points to Andrew and 12 to Matthew.
80.
Oh,
Andrew got 3 points last week for getting the home on the first clue. Matthew got 2 points last week for getting the home question on the second clue. And
Love
it
a bit
was
of
Matthew
VAR.
starting. Yeah, a little bit of VAR just to sort out that dispute. We couldn't have you dropping a point there, Andrew. You deserved all 3 last week, so them's the rules. Yeah, Matthew started last week, so it's Andrew to start this week. Home or away, sir?
I'm just doing my thing, going home.
Okie dokie. Clue 1, and this is for 3 points if guessed at this stage. An Irish striker with
I got
9
Irish
caps
before.
and
9 caps.
0 goals.
9 caps and 0 goals. A striker. You
Yep.
got 9 caps.
And 0 goals.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that?
Good record there. None in
Right.
nine.
I think I've had the Irish striker thing before. So
Oh, I've given you the same thing twice. But not the same player.
so who was the other one I had? I think it was down to 2, and but surely I think we chatted about it, and I think one of us looked it up, and he hadn't had any caps. Irish striker, 9 caps, 0 goals. Oh. I can see him, but the name is not coming to me. Who I think it might be. I'm going to have to go second clue, unfortunately.
Clue number 2, worth 2 points if guessed correctly at the stage. This player has played for Kilmarnock, Hearts, Partick Thistle, and Motherwell. He may have played for other Scottish teams, but I'm just giving you 4. He's played for all 4 of those
Killie,
Scottish teams.
Hearts,
Killie, Hearts,
Motherwell.
Partick, and Motherwell.
Partick. Oh, let's see, Hearts have just scored a 4th there. Killie, Hearts, Motherwell, and Partick. Irish striker. That was not who I was thinking of. Oh no, it is. Oh, bastard. Oh, I was going to ask you a question, but you're not going to answer it anyway. I'm going to have to go a third clue, I think. No, actually. I've got 2 names in my head. Maybe I just go for it because I don't.
Does pass to Matthew if you guess incorrectly.
Yeah, I know.
As a reminder.
I'm just thinking. So it's between two. I think the one that we'd mentioned before, he hadn't been capped for Ireland, so I'm going to go for... And he doesn't fit in with those clubs anyway. So the only one I can think of is Connor Salmon.
Is that your final answer? Or does he want the third clue?
I'm not totally convinced. I'm just wondering because I really can't imagine him getting capped for Ireland. But yeah, just okay. We'll go for it.
Come on.
We'll go for it. We'll go for it.
Decision is that it's your final answer. And it's 2 points for Andrew. Well done. Connor Salmon is correct.
When the fuck did he get capped for Ireland 9 times?
All in the 2013 season. That's when all his caps came.
Who was he
Wigan
playing
did he
for
not?
then?
Like in the Championship in England, Wiggins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
down
he
in
played down
England.
south, I'm sure. Yeah, but
Pizza boy, look,
Fucking
when he
hell.
won the man of the match in one game, he was holding like a pizza or something. Did you see that picture of it?
yeah. There's actually a really good Scottish podcast called Salmon's Pizzeria. Shout out to Salmon's Pizzeria. I enjoy your
listen
content.
to that.
Yeah,
Connor
really good.
Salmon for Alloa, absolute beast. He used to just come on for like the last 10-15 minutes last season and just
Smash it.
just destroy like the entire defence. Like so physical, absolutely huge.
Up like a salmon in a fucking river, mate. Boom.
Yeah, like a
Massive.
salmon on like roids.
On
He's just
drugs,
huge.
mate, yeah. Fucking
That
Massive.
was your final clue, to be fair, is the current Alloa number 18.
Still playing for
so-
Alloa.
Yeah.
Hell.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
He was last season. I didn't know if he was there this season, but that's good.
So it's 20 points now to Andrew and 12 to Matt. And I think I don't want to choose for you, Matt, but I think in a way 6 points is needed at some point.
Well, yeah, I'll go away,
Call
but
us
I'm
back.
never going to know the fucking first clue to get 6 points because I'll go away.
You
yeah.
might.
I'll go away. It's going to be someone with a certain amount of caps and a certain amount of goals for some country. Be anyone.
Well, yeah, and maybe getting it on that first thing is what you need, because you'll think of players, but you just need to, instead of going from your list of 6 and then getting a second clue to narrow it down to 2 players, just take a stab. Anyway, clue number 1 for your away question. Also an Irish forward, this time with 3 caps
Fuck off.
and 0 goals. The caps came between 08 and 09.
Oh, 08.
There's no rhyme or reason as to
09.
when I give you the years of their caps or I don't. Some of them have that included, some don't.
So an Irish
No rhyme
striker,
or reason.
three caps and zilch goals. Just move on to the second clue, please, mate.
No, he just doesn't even think, doesn't even want to try.
I can't just gamble on that, mate. I can't just gamble on that. I need
Okay,
some points here. Come on.
To be fair, that's
Could be
not
anyone.
a lot
3
to
caps
go
is
off.
nothing, man. I could fucking have 3 caps for Alan, mate. I wouldn't even know.
Partick Thistle,
For
2-0
4
up.
points then. Second clue.
Okay, come
He
on.
was the Dunfermline Young Player of the Year in 2003-2004.
Fuck off. Fairmont.
2003.
What do you mean, fuck off?
Fairmont, 2003, 2004. I was only 12.
Young Player of the Year.
Fairmond's
Okay, who the fuck was
Young
that?
Player of the Year in 2003. That was in the Crawford times. Remember the,
Yeah,
remember
He was
Crawford.
Crawford's understudy.
He was Crawford's
Oh.
pal.
it's 2 apiece. Wraith Rovers
2
went
apiece?
2-1 up, and now it's 2 apiece.
That's going to go penals, mate. In penals.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, or Julian. He's the standing for the FA. He's fucking Jules.
Fish.
He's soccer special, Jules. Just rocked up. Jeff didn't do work the weekdays, did he? Yeah, he never worked the weekdays. Okay, so he was. If I was young player of the year at 03-04, and he had 3 caps.
You'll kick yourself.
Fuck off, man. Why do you always say that? Eh?
Really?
Why do you always
I'll
fucking
get it in
say
your
that?
head.
Fairmont.
For 4 points, this would bridge the gap to 2016.
Now, give me the next clue.
Next
Oh,
clue,
hang on.
only
yeah.
worth 2
Hang
points
on.
at this
I
stage.
I
I know.
might have it.
Shush, go on.
I'm not going to hang on. I'm going to move on to clue 3. This
Okay.
player has won the English League 1, English League 2, and the English Championship. Won all 3 with 3 different clubs.
I think I've got this one. I think. Well. So what? League 1, League 2, and the Championship.
Yep, won them all with 3 different clubs.
Right, who would the 3 clubs then be?
them all 3 different clubs: League 1, League 2, Championship in England. That was up for now.
I don't know all 3 clubs, but I can think of one contender.
That just chucks the pressure right onto Matt to get this 2-pointer.
I have one more clue, yeah.
That's your last clue.
That's my last clue. Is that actually my last clue?
Yes, Irish striker with 3 caps in 08-09. Dunfermline Young Player of the Year in 03-04. And he's won League 2, League 1 and the Championship with 3 different clubs in England.
I mean,
it's not Lamine Yamal.
Did you see the story about him
that's good at me.
going out?
Yeah,
with
his
the
party.
birds.
Yeah, that's grand. Okay,
I think that must have been that time, to be
so
fair.
08-09 is
Motherwell
about-
2-1 up against Peterhead.
Is that like Martin O'Neill? Is that before that? Is that like before Martin O'Neill? So as Ireland manager, you're thinking like who's Ireland manager? At the
Oh, I
time?
don't know who
Nick
was
Happen.
Ireland manager then. Mick McCarthy.
Was it
Mick Kelly.
Trapattoni maybe?
I don't actually know, to be fair. I'm not sure. Where am I going? To be fair, that is actually a really hard one. I'm not that convinced. I was more convinced on the second clue I had it, but the third one I thought I'd got it straight away, but actually now I'm not sure. I can't think of the 3 teams.
I love that Matthew, to be able to focus, really needs silence, and you just don't give him it. It's really it's really annoying him.
Well, it's not good for the pod, is it?
I know,
No.
I can't talk and
encourage the
think.
chat.
I can't talk myself. I can't think of my thoughts, out loud. I'm really struggling with these ones, man.
Got a goal update coming. It's East Kilbride 3, Wraith Rovers 2.
Are you joking?
Scored a pen.
Yeah.
John Robertson scores a pen.
Is this for real? I'm trying to think here,
Yeah.
mate. Honestly, you fucking tell me that.
Wraith thought they'd won it in the 87th minute when Lewis Vaughan scored,
Stop
but
talking.
John Robertson's double has turned this game on its head.
Strike.
John Robertson, once of St Mirren, I think, wasn't he? He was the one that scored the free kick at the weekend. What a baller.
Yeah, that's a really bad result. Oh, it could be worse. It could be 4-2. It is 4-2. John Robertson's just scored a hat trick.
What is actually going on? What the fuck?
5-minute hat trick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this? I need to check this. You're telling the truth. You're just trying to put me off, even though I have no idea the
No.
answer anyways. It's as if it's working.
Right, yeah, I'm going to have to push
my
you here.
God. I don't know the answer. Just fucking call it. This is the worst.
I'll take a
John
guess.
Robertson. Who is this fucking John Robertson prick?
Think of an Irish striker and have a guess, no?
Fucking Cillian Sheridan.
Billion Sheridan is incorrect. It does go to Andrew for a guess. For 2
If
points,
you-
to go 22-12.
Right. So
Call it. Just call it.
my
He's fucking the fighter. He's died, mate. He's fucking dead.
Since
My
week 1,
theory
it'd
is-
be 22-6 as well.
I'm pretty sure
Shut
this
up.
player was at Dunfermline. I don't know about his caps. No idea. But they tie in with a time that I think he was at Reading. I don't know about the other 2 teams that he gained promotion with down south, but that's my ties. It's Noel Hunt. If you said he was a United player, I would have absolutely would have went 100% on that, but about 70% on this.
You think he's right, Matthew?
Yeah. Well, I just eating licorice, all sorts, mate.
It's the first time you've been right in a while as well. Because, yes, the answer is Noel Hunt. Well done, Andrew. Another 2 points. What a steal.
Who's the other 2 teams?
What a shout, mate.
Who's the other 2 teams?
Fucking
What?
no hunt.
Down south?
Is he not Leeds?
I don't know.
Rupert?
I can only really remember him at Reading. I couldn't remember him anywhere else. You don't play for Wigan or something like that? but I don't know if he got promotion. But...
Some fucking shout, mate. I just googled that season and guess who's top goal scorer for Dunfermline in 03-04?
No, Stevie Crawford.
Young Stephen Crawford, my main man,
Stevie.
my fucking boy.
Yeah, he was at Red and then Leeds, Ipswich as well.
Did he go
Wigan
from
at the end of his
Dunfermline to United? Was that?
Dunfermline to United, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got the Dunfermline thing. Yeah.
Wait, you said he was top goal scorer in 03-04?
Crawford, mate.
Crawford. I was going to say Hunter
Crawford.
scored 8 goals for
Oh, he was a
Dunfermline.
youngster.
He was at Dundee United.
Yeah, I remember at United for.
He was great
a
for
while.
United.
He was class. Yeah, he
Really
was
good.
good. He was good down south though. He stayed at a decent level down south for a while.
Yeah, played a lot of games for Reading.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember him at Reading, but I didn't remember him at any other English team. To be fair, but
Man, my
Now
knowledge
just
is
gets
absolute
used as
shambles. We have to
Ryman
change-
slang, doesn't he?
We've got to change the quiz, mate. I'm fucking struggling with this, man. This is slaughter.
You are meant to be the
Sergeant
encyclopedia of football, especially Scottish football.
I think we've found my weakness here in not obscure even, just fucking players from that era. I just cannot think. Like, I just don't know. It's a
I would have
gap.
thought it was too hard, like the whole format of it, if Andrew was doing shite as well, but he's
No.
doing really well.
No.
So
I think this format suits
That's
me
SPL boys, man.
it's-
Andrew's an SPL man, like that
because
era.
yeah.
Rangers in the fucking NPL.
Well,
and all
saying
that.
that, I don't think all of them have been kind of like that.
Most of them, mate.
he's
All
only,
of them, I
only
think.
2 years older than you.
He's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, he is.
I'm only 26, bro. Oh, I'm
dear.
embarrassed.
22 points to 12 is the current
Double nothing,
Jesus.
mate. Next week, double nothing.
scoreboard.
Double or nothing. Nothing, mate.
We're drinking licorice, by the way, just as a side thought.
Tastes like butts.
Licorice, all sorts of class, mate. Honestly,
Tastes like anus, man.
Mm.
Hate them.
yummy.
It's not my cup of tea.
Fuck's sake, when have I won
Speaking of cups of
anything?
tea, I'm going to go make one and have a caramel log. That's probably a good way to close off
Is
episode
that a
8.
euphemism?
No, the tonics ones, the caramel wafers,
Squeeze
with
a
definitely cake
caramel
coconut
log.
around the outside.
We can't go log all over my fucking cheeks.
Oh, behave yourself, you dirty boy.
Well, enjoy your log.
Until
mate.
next week. Until next week. We'll
See you
just
later.
sign off, I think. Yeah, have a lovely week ahead, and we'll be here next Tuesday for another episode.
Have a nice one.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.